What's good, viewers? Welcome back to another video from your boy LeoJ. Today we're going to check out Eminem teaches how to start rapping in 5 simple steps. Basically how to rap, quote unquote. But yeah, let's check it out. And y'all young rappers, take notes, bro.
Why did I become who I was? First I was a fan of the music. You know what I'm saying? Before I even thought about rapping. LeoJ was the one who made me like first start writing rhymes. And I was like 12, 13 maybe. And it sucked. You know, I wasn't good, but like I had...
Yeah, Eminem looked weird as a kid, boy. I ain't gonna take that off of him. Sheesh.
Had to keep practicing. I gave it up for a little while, then I started again back when I was like 15 and started being able to kind of put songs together. And then I just was like, I was never really good at much else, you know? So I don't know, once I found out I was decent at something, I just kind of focused and just, you know, went for it.
In this clip, Eminem is unknowingly and humbly provided us with a priceless gem of knowledge into what to expect if you're somebody who wonders how to start rapping. Nobody starts off good. Certainly, if the highest selling rapper of all time, clocking in at a whopping 227 million units sold, is telling you he wasn't good at first and that he needed to keep practicing, why should anyone else think they won't need to practice as well? Why would anyone think they need to be born with it? As we'll see in a minute, Eminem doesn't just stop here in explaining how to rap. He is about to give timeless insights into the art of how to start rapping, but for step 1, it's crucial to understand this. When you hear somebody in person or in a comment box say something like, you're either born with it or you're not, or you can't teach talent, understand now that even some of the greatest rappers of all time don't agree with that.
Facts, bruh. You'll grow up loving music and that will make you want to go into it. I somewhat agree with being born with a good voice, even though every voice can be a top class singer. I'm telling you that every voice can be a top class singer. It takes practice though. It takes practice, and a lot of these great artists has gone to vocal coaches. I'm telling you that. Ed Sheeran said he sucked. He could not sing. His voice wasn't like that when he was growing up. And he practiced and y'all can hear Ed Sheeran right now.
Artists like Shady humbly understand that rapping at an elite world-class level is difficult and not something easily come by. Additionally, you might have missed another secret window into the life of a beginning rapper embedded in the quote that started this video. Let's run back the tape.
Like I had to keep practicing. I gave it up for a little while, then I started again back when I was like 15 and had a weird trajectory. Like I was afraid, like I was afraid early on, like 15, 16 years old, I was afraid that to go into any clubs or anything like that to say my raps because I felt like I wasn't good enough yet. So I had to get to a certain spot. And then I was trying to I was just making songs. I don't know, once I found out I was decent at something, I just kind of focused and just, you know, went for it.
Similarly to step number 1, Eminem sneaks in another gem here that many people seem to slip by. He actually gave up for a little while and then came back to it. What was the difference maker between Eminem and just another bedroom rapper, as we call them? He actually came back to what he started. How many people do you know, or maybe that person is yourself, who have dabbled in writing rhymes or making a song or two and then went back to their normal life? Probably a lot. The hardest part of that is usually not starting, but actually coming back once you've begun.
Boy, I need to go back to it. I think I need to go back to it because I think mentally it was the best years of my life when I used to write, because I used to put pen to paper and it would do something to me, bro. Like it would get me in a exciting state knowing that, hey, I'm creating something that I like. And I used to get bored real quick of it, so it used to keep me writing over and over and over. But life hit me, boy, and I'm telling you, I haven't really wrote a complete song in a long time.
There's no problem with being nervous in the beginning. In fact, Shady said he was scared to put out anything until he personally felt confident about what he was kicking, but he did eventually put something out. But again, M in this clip has unknowingly described the secret sauce to how to deal with this hurdle. You must come back. And don't just come back. Once you start again, keep practicing and practicing and practicing.
Started being able to kind of put songs together. I was never really good at much else, so I had to get to a certain spot. And then I was trying to I was just making songs. I don't know. Once I found out I was decent at something, I just kind of focused and just, went for it.
Now, there are even successful mainstream artists that can't write a song to save his or her life, as we like to say. Clearly, the highest selling rapper of all time is not in that camp. The art of songwriting is an integral part of becoming a professional level rapper, as opposed to someone who can just impress their friends at a house party. If you need to learn how to convert your random verses into actual songs, an excellent jumping off point is learning the top 20 songwriting secrets of professional rappers in our free video course by visiting the video description, which is based on almost a decade of coaching rappers from around the world on how to go from amateur to making a full-time income from rap. But as a preview of what you'll learn both in that free course and from Shady, check out what he has to say about starting off your rap as songwriting journey.
When I write my songs, the formula for me writing my songs is pretty simple. I write the verses and then just sum up all the verses with a hook, you know what I'm saying? And just sum it up. But my delivery and the way I say things across the mic, I make sure that is just perfect, you know what I'm saying? I want to make sure everything is perfect for me so I can listen to my ish a million times and not find a flaw in it.
Now, for the newer viewers, a hook is just another phrase for the chorus. If you want to learn all of the industry standard terms, we've also compiled a free how to rap dictionary with every essential term a rapper needs to know, which you can also pick up in the video description. However, the most important thing to understand here is how the chorus is kind of like a campaign slogan for a politician, but for the song. When you think
That's where it comes in, where they always say you have to make the chorus catchy, and the verse has something to do with it, and the track has something to do with it. But if you make the chorus catchy, which is the hook, as they just explained, if you make the chorus, the hook catchy, you will have people listening it more and more than if the chorus is like a verse. Y'all get what I'm saying?
of Obama, you think of hope, or yes we can. When you think of Trump, you think of make America great again, and so on. The chorus is sort of like that, but in this case, the song is the politician and the chorus is the slogan. Focus on crafting songs and not just verses, and you'll improve your ability to learn how to start rapping.
One day I got a call from my boy Proof, and he was like, yo, you need to come up to the hip hop shop. And I was like, what is the hip hop shop? And he's like, yo, just come to the hip hop shop, write something, come up here. And Proof, he ran in Detroit, and he started making connections, and then he met Jay Dilla. And I got a chance to, when I went to the hip hop shop, I was like, what the f? He was like, yo, I'll clear everybody out. I'll have 10 people, right? And you rap in front of them, and if they don't like you, they're gonna tell you they don't like you. if they do like you and they f with you, then So I went there, I said the rap, I got some people jumping around and shit, and I was like, okay.
This is another great insight for people who want to learn how to start rapping. You have to grow to be comfortable with performing in front of others. Now, in the case of Shady, it isn't like he started going public the minute he wrote his first or even third or fourth verse. In fact, as we've already seen, it took him some time to get comfortable, but eventually he was able to gain that confidence to perform, and more importantly, he wasn't afraid of having a mentor like Proof to guide him along the way. How many rappers do you know, again this might be you, who seem too egotistical to be told to perform when the opportunity presents itself? I know I've been that way for sure. I remember one time I refused to perform at a live show with a friend of mine at the time who ended up becoming Diddy's personal DJ. But that's another story for another video. Be sure to hit the like button on this if you'd like to hear that story. But look, I missed the opportunity and Shady didn't. Take this clip as a reminder to be humble enough to search for mentors, and when they show up, step number 5 is learn your way around a battle. We've said learn your way around a battle because we're not sitting here saying that in order to start rapping, you need to diss people or become a battle rapper.
That is a point I would also suggest. Going in music on a whole, you're gonna have people who's gonna pick at you, and it can break your career if you cannot defend yourself. You gotta become the top dog. You gotta be able to defend yourself. You don't have to win. At least get a draw, but you gotta be prepared for stuff like that. If you are going to be on top, or you're heading for the top, of your music career, or top of the game, you're gonna have to be able, and you're gonna have to be prepared to fight whoever is gonna try and take it from you.
Rapper. However, much like we have to accept the fact that Eminem got his start in rapping by not being good and practicing, we have to accept the fact that for Eminem specifically, learning how to battle was a big difference maker.
That's when we started having battles at the hip hop shop. But every Saturday, I would make sure that I didn't have to work till 4 o'clock because I was going to the hip hop shop every Saturday. So every Saturday for me was, and this is early 20s, but what we was doing, Proof was taking names and he was putting them in a hat. Like, if you want to sign up to battle, you just put your name in the hat. He picks a name, picks another name. Well, that's what happened. I started battling, and then in the hip hop shop, the first battle that we had there, I won it.
So look, what you should really take away from this is that you never know what's gonna happen when you aren't afraid to step up, start back up again if you took a break, and if you search out connections with the right people. I'm sure you've seen a lot of videos that say these basic pieces of advice like never give up or keep practicing, but when you really sit down and look at the evidence from the greatest rappers of all time, rather than just watching a video, you understand that these pieces of advice come from a specific place that is meant to help you. If you want more step-by-step training tailored to your skill level, again, check the free courses in the video description. But now we want to see you in the comments. Let us know, what was the most discouraging thing you ever heard from a hater about your raps? After watching this clip, I would bet that Eminem himself and many other greatest rappers of all time would.
Discouraging is, you can't sing, you can't DJ, your songs are trash. But it turned around that, let's say if I got a comment from 100 people, like 3 or 4 people would say, it's trash or whatever. You always gonna have haters though. You always gonna have haters. Anyways, man, make sure y'all take notes. Young rappers, young artists, take notes, bruh. Check that channel out as well. The channel is called, let me tell y'all what the channel is called. It's right there. How to Rap. That's what the channel is called. How to Rap. Check that out, bruh. Until next time, man.
Never slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up.